Chapter 1: The Daily Grind. In the dim light of Stonewood Correctional Facility, days stretch into a monotonous tapestry of routine. Inmates rise to the sharp sound of metal bars clanking, the air heavy with the scent of stale food and lingering despair. Each morning echoes with the scrapes of boots on concrete as they shuffle toward the mess hall. Here the din of breakfast chatter mixes with laughter and occasional tension, fostering moments of camaraderie amid the harsh reality of confinement. We hear the conflicting voices of several inmates as they share their reflections on this daily grind. From fierce card games in the common area to secretive debates in their dormitories, they find small reprieves in human connection. Desires for freedom entwine with stories of loneliness, dreams, and haunting regrets, each life woven together in the stark world of Stonewood. This chapter reveals the bittersweet struggle for meaning in a place where hope often feels like a distant memory. Chapter 2: Navigating the Maze. The Unwritten Rules. Within the cold, echoing halls of Stonewood, survival hinges on understanding the delicate politics of prison life. Inmates speak candidly about the unspoken codes that dictate their daily interactions, highlighting the importance of alliances and rivalries. Observations unveil the intricate social web where loyalty is currency and betrayal can lead to dire consequences. As they navigate this complex landscape, some inmates forge connections with guards, experiencing moments of kindness that contrast sharply with tales of cruelty from others. One inmate recounts how a compassionate sergeant took the time to listen, offering guidance that sparked a flicker of hope in an otherwise bleak existence. However, starkly different experiences lead others to navigate with fear, constantly cautious of a guard's unpredictable wrath. This chapter reveals the fraught relationships within Stonewood, capturing the intricate dance of power dynamics and the lengths inmates must go to protect themselves in a world of confinement. Chapter 3: Shades of Authority. In the shadows of Stonewood Correctional Facility, the roles of the prison staff unfold like a double-edged sword. Inmates share their experiences with guards. Some emerge as unexpected allies, displaying compassion that fosters trust and mentorship. One inmate recounts how a guard encouraged his passion for art, guiding him during moments of despair. However, the prison environment is equally rife with cruelty, as other guards wield their authority like a weapon, instilling fear and reinforcing the power imbalance. Through vivid anecdotes, we glimpse the chilling reality of arbitrary punishments and harsh reprimands that keep inmates on edge. The dynamics shift as inmates learn to read the signals, an unspoken language of power that dictates their interactions. Ultimately, these experiences provide insight into the human condition, revealing how authority can both uplift and oppress, leaving inmates to navigate a complex web of relationships in their quest for survival and dignity. Chapter 4: Walls of Silence. Isolation and Connection. In the dimly lit corridors of Stonewood Correctional Facility, the weight of loneliness hangs heavy on the inmates as they grapple with the emotional toll of their confinement. Many express a longing for the outside world, where freedom, love, and simple pleasures feel like distant dreams. Inmates share heartfelt reflections on the impact of their absence on families and friends, the silence of the walls echoing their unvoiced fears and regrets. Through poignant interviews, the audience hears personal stories that illuminate the psychological struggles faced behind bars. One inmate recalls receiving a phone call from his child, the laughter fading away as the line goes silent. Another speaks of the haunting memories of family gatherings missed, replaced by a stark reality of isolation. Yet, in this shared experience of longing, subtle connections form among inmates as they become lifelines for one another, revealing the profound human need for companionship, even in the darkest of places. Chapter 5: Letters from Home. In the heart of Stonewood Correctional Facility, the simple act of receiving a letter becomes a lifeline for many inmates, bridging the stark divide between their current reality and the outside world. As inmates lean against cold concrete walls, they eagerly tear open envelopes, savoring the touch of familiar handwriting. Some letters are filled with love, recounting precious family moments. Others resonate with anger and disappointment, reflecting the strain of incarceration. In a poignant montage, inmates read aloud excerpts from these letters, their voices tinged with raw emotion. mother's heartfelt words of encouragement inspire hope, while a daughter's plea for her father's return lays bare the painful consequences of his absence. Audio snippets of laughter and distant conversations paint an intimate picture of life outside the prison walls. These voices echo within the confines of Stonewood, reminding inmates of who they are, beyond their mistakes, and the enduring connections that keep hope alive. Chapter 6: Art as Healing. In the dim light of Stonewood Correctional Facility, creativity sprouts amidst despair. Inmates discover that art, writing, and music serve as lifelines, allowing them to explore their identities and express their deepest emotions. We meet Samuel, a former gang member turned poet, who shares verses that weave tales of his turbulent past, illustrating how words have become a balm for his wounds. His poetry resonates with others, igniting discussions and fostering connections among inmates. Meanwhile, Daniel, an aspiring painter, finds solace in vibrant colors that starkly contrast the gray walls surrounding him. As he transforms blank canvases into expressions of hope, he often hosts informal art workshops, empowering fellow inmates to explore their creativity. These moments of artistic collaboration not only provide an escape from reality but also cultivate a sense of community, proving that even within the cold confines of Stonewood, the human spirit can flourish through creative expression. Chapter 7: The Shadows of the Past. In this chapter, we delve deep into the psyches of the inmates as they confront the haunting memories of their pasts. Each individual shares their story. One recounts the loss of a sibling to gang violence. Another reflects on a split-second decision that led to tragedy. These narratives, often delivered with trembling voices, reveal the gaps between intention and consequence, illuminating how a moment can alter the trajectory of a life forever. Through candid conversations, inmates wrestle with regret, grappling with the weight of their actions that brought them to Stonewood. The shadows of their pasts are palpable. They serve as both anchors and motivators, pushing them to seek understanding and ultimately forgiveness. In these vulnerable moments, the inmates express a yearning for redemption, illustrating that within the darkness of their confinement lies the possibility of enlightenment and personal growth, a journey worth pursuing amidst the shadows. Chapter 8: Bonds of Brotherhood. In the unforgiving environment of Stonewood Correctional Facility, where competition and survival often dominate, unexpected friendships form, creating unbreakable bonds among inmates. In this chapter, we delve into the lives of several individuals who discover solace in each other's company. Through shared stories, late-night conversations, and acts of kindness, they find companionship that transcends their harsh surroundings. We hear the heartfelt accounts of two inmates who met in a bleak moment, one facing loneliness after losing his family connection, the other grappling with guilt over past mistakes. Their friendship becomes a lifeline, allowing them to support one another through high-stakes challenges, from navigating gang dynamics to enduring the hardships of isolation. These alliances breathe life into the stark walls of Stonewood. Together, they celebrate small victories, share laughter, and cultivate hope, reminding us that even in darkness, the human spirit thrives through connection, solidarity, and unwavering loyalty. Chapter 9: Moments of Light. As the days leading up to the talent show unfolded, a palpable excitement rippled through Stonewood Correctional Facility. Inmates gathered in small groups to rehearse, their laughter and shared anticipation creating a rare sense of unity in an otherwise somber environment. The competition was fierce, but it transcended mere rivalry. It was an opportunity for inmates to showcase their hidden talents and express the emotions often locked away behind cold bars. The night of the talent show arrived, lighting the dim facility with a glow of hope. The makeshift stage, adorned with improvised decorations, transformed the dreary rec room into a vibrant space of possibility. Each performance, whether it was soulful singing, heartfelt poetry, or spirited dance, captivated the audience, momentarily transporting them beyond the confines of their reality. Amidst cheers and applause, the sheer joy and exhilaration radiated, illuminating the shadows of despair, reminding every soul present that even within confinement, moments of light can break through. Chapter 10: Echoes of Joy. As the evening of the talent show finally arrives, the atmosphere inside Stonewood Correctional Facility transforms. Inmates, typically confined to shadows of despair, gather in the common area, excitement shimmering in their eyes. The sound of laughter and clapping contrasts sharply with the usual echoes of clanging metal. The stage, though mere wooden planks, becomes a beacon of hope. Weary souls take center stage, shedding their burdens with each performance. The first inmate strums a guitar, filling the air with soulful melodies that evoke shared dreams and unspoken fears. Another bursts into a spoken-word piece, capturing the raw essence of their journey through pain to redemption. Each act lights up the crowd, culminating in thunderous applause that reverberates against the cold walls. For that brief moment, the sense of belonging and unity eclipses the strains of confinement, reminding everyone that even within these cold bars, joy can flourish, illuminating the darkest corners of their lives. Chapter 11. Reflections of Change. As the echoes of the talent show fade, inmates gather in small circles, sharing deep reflections on their journey in Stonewood. Each voice carries the weight of stories untold, marked by the lessons learned amidst confinement. Marcus, a former gang member, shares how the camaraderie sparked during rehearsals awakened a sense of self-worth he thought lost forever. For the first time, I didn't feel alone, he admits, eyes glistening with realization. Beside him, Sarah reveals her battle with regret, finding solace in the creative writing class. I wrote letters never sent, trying to forgive myself, she explains, highlighting the power of self-expression. In these shared moments, a newfound hope emerges. Each inmate, once defined by their past, now contemplates a future filled with possibilities. This chapter captures the essence of redemption, showcasing the strength of the human spirit as it seeks transformation against all odds. Chapter 12. The Weight of Labels. Inmate stories converge on the theme of societal stigmas that persist long after the prison doors close. Through candid reflections, individuals articulate the profound impact of labels that define them as criminals or ex-convicts. One inmate recalls the heartbreak of job rejections despite their hard-earned skills and newfound determination for change. Others share painful encounters with former friends and family where hope clashes with prejudice. Amidst these struggles, there's a collective yearning for understanding and compassion from the outside world. A former gang member recounts the internal conflict of wanting to prove their worth while battling the shadows of their past. As each voice emerges, it becomes clear that the toughest bars to break free from are those of judgment and mistrust. This chapter underscores the essential need for second chances, reminding us that every person behind those walls harbors dreams, regrets, and an inherent desire to be seen for who they truly are beyond their mistakes. Chapter 13. Building a Future. As the echoes of the talent show begin to fade, a palpable sense of hope fills the air in Stonewood Correctional Facility. Inmates gather in small groups, discussing their dreams and aspirations for life after release. One former gang member, who once saw no path forward, now passionately shares plans for pursuing education and mending ties with his estranged family. Another inmate expresses interest in starting a community outreach program, aiming to prevent youth from following similar paths. Amidst these conversations, we capture candid moments of vulnerability and determination. The desire to break free from the cycle of incarceration is powerful. Instructors and counselors visit, discussing skills learned during their time here. Culinary arts, vocational training, and emotional resilience. The inmates' faces light up with the potential of a second chance, symbolizing the transformative power of hope. Each individual is determined to step beyond the confines of their past, envisioning a future filled with possibility and purpose.